absolutely love a game that just feels good to move around in. And when that game can reward you for your practice, all the better. Growing up, I was a big fan of the Tony Hawk games. Underground was a revelation, and I sold my N64 for its sequel, a decision that I've never forgiven myself for. I was given new hope in the franchise with American Wasteland, and all of that was swiftly killed by Project 8 being the most anticlimactic entertainment experience I've ever had. But today, I'm going to talk about Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3. Because it emulates real nice, and because it's the most pure distillation of everything that these games represent. Since the last good Tony Hawk game came out 12 years ago, screw you Project 8, a quick refresher. The first 3 Tony Hawk games gave you a 2-minute timer to complete a series of objectives in a level. Finishing these would unlock new stages, and with them more demanding challenges. Pro Skater 4 and onward removed the timer, giving you larger levels to explore at your leisure. And with American Wasteland, these levels were connected in one seamless open world. And after that, well, we don't talk about after that. Pro Skater 3 had 9 levels, and you could blast through them all multiple times in an afternoon once you understood their layouts and the combo system. What this game lacked in content, though, it made up for in replayability, because the combo system may have been easy to learn, but with mastery you could string a combo across the entire level and back again. Tricks are performed with simple button combos, and each trick that you perform earns you some points. But here's where it gets interesting. Each new trick that you perform also iterates your multiplier, which means that it is your prerogative to string together as many tricks as possible without falling. Because if you do fall, all of those points go into the garbage. You get the real points for doing vert tricks, and you get the high multipliers from doing flip tricks between your grind rails and manuals. If you want to maximize your points, you have to do your best to string those together for as long as you can. If you want to keep your combo going, you'll follow your vert tricks with reverts, and you'll follow your reverts with manuals. You'll also pop out a manual whenever you're landing upright, ideally just to get yourself to the next grind. Got it? Good. So what does all that have to do with Titanfall? It's the way that you move. In Titanfall, you string together wall runs with slides and grappling hooks. And I know that there's other ordinances besides the grappling hook. I don't know why you'd choose any of them over the grappling hook. Look, I wrote this script before the grappling hook got a pretty significant nerf, and I gotta say, nice try, Respawn. I know that you might think that there's a contentious debate between time-traveling grappling hooks, but do you want to feel like Spider-Man, or do you want the weight of creating a time paradox? Yeah, I thought so. In Titanfall, speed is your score counter. The faster that you move, the more difficult you are to hit, and the more immediately you can put a solid object between yourself and a bullet. You can sprint, but you're faster when running on walls, and faster still when you jump off of those walls. In Tony Hawk, priming for an ollie gives you a boost of speed, and grinds can give you a boost of forward momentum when that manual slows you down. In Tony Hawk, the longer that you're in a manual or a grind, the more difficult it is to stay up, encouraging you to start stringing together other kinds of tricks before you lose control. And in Titanfall, the longer you're running on a wall, the more you slow down. You want to get on a wall only long enough to line yourself up with the next one. Now, you might not have the height to reach the next wall run, but if you land on a slide, you will keep all of your momentum. Just like with wall running, the longer that you're in a slide, the more speed that you lose. But if you hop right on landing, you can keep your speed up. You can't do this forever either. Normally, if you go from sprinting into a slide, you'll get a burst of speed. But if you come out of that slide into a sprint and then try to slide again, you'll notice that your vanquish thrusters need a little bit more time to charge. Now, the grappling hook. This thing is mandatory. I'll see some people use this just to pull themselves up to high places, but this is another piece of critical movement. For one, you can vault yourself over high objects if you hit your double jump quickly, which is a great way to get yourself killed, but it's also a great way to get somewhere fast if it's in your interest to do so. The grappling hook also really comes in handy when you're running along one wall and you need to turn yourself into that wall. For example, I'm under fire, pretend that there's fire, and I need to turn left. I'm running on the left wall, which means that I can jump back to the right wall and then left again, which will take a lot of time, or I can drop into a slide and then sprint around the corner. That's faster, but I also lose my momentum. With the grappling hook, I can jump away from this wall, hook the corner, swing around, and land on the adjacent wall. I can also throw myself over it without triggering a slow grab animation, something that would be impossible if I sprinted around the corner. The grappling hook is like the revert. It can be incredibly useful in these kinds of situations, keeping your momentum in a situation where it would otherwise be impossible. Prior to Pro Skater 3's introduction of the revert, a vert trick was the end of a combo. So too in Titanfall. Prior to the introduction of the grappling hook, a necessary turn into a wall killed your momentum. Now, I know that this whole analogy may sound like a stretch, but the philosophy behind introducing these mechanics is the same in both franchises. The manual was introduced in Pro Skater 2 as a way of keeping your combo going. The revert was introduced in Pro Skater 3, again as a way of keeping your combo going. The grappling hook and the slide were brought into Titanfall 2 so pilots could keep up their speed in situations where Titanfall 1 would grind to a halt. In Titanfall 1, this made sense because there were all kinds of weapons that you would use to aim down the sights. But in Titanfall 2, every weapon was removed except for the shotgun, meaning that you never had to stop moving. Getting in close enough for the kill was the most important thing. Hang on.
Yo, you know this game has a couple dozen weapons, right?
Wait, really?
Yeah, there's like pistols and assault rifles and sniper rifles.
Why would anyone use...
Sniper rifles.
Sorry, I'm just finding out that the shotgun isn't the only weapon in Titanfall 2. Who knew? The point is, now you could customize your loadout in such a way where you never had to stop moving, like an infinite combo in Tony Hawk. It requires some skill to find your line and execute it, but the tools are there. And in Titanfall, this is how you come out on top. The fastest way to rack up points is to hit fast. This means you're always chasing after the action and taking care of business quickly. Minion kills are essential, especially early game, but it only makes sense to go after them if you can take out these squads fast. As for enemy pilots, well, I've already laid down why you need to keep moving. Your ability to outmaneuver your opponents determines whether or not you will win these fights. Can you get the drop on one of them before they shoot you in the face? Can you finish them off quickly so that you're ready for the next one? And then there's the Titans. Without a Titan, the fastest way to get points is to take risks and keep moving. Inside the Titan, you sprint faster than pilots and you can take out minions more quickly. You can also kill pilots without incurring any risk, and Titan kills are worth a whole lot of moolah. The fastest way to get your Titan is to land on an enemy Titan, yank out their core, and give it to a friendly. Now, again, Titans are faster than pilots, and they punch hard. If you want to do this, you want to land on their back for the shortest animation, grab their core before the smoke kills you, and then get away fast. Landing on a Titan and getting out alive is probably the most challenging thing that you can do in this game. This is the ×20 multiplayer that you're not sure you'll be able to keep if you land in a manual. And if you get it, you call on your Titan, preferably on another player's Titan, get in, and rock and roll. Now, this constant momentum doesn't really extend to the Titan gameplay, and I think that that's okay. In fact, I think it's really clever that Respawn came up with a way to pace the multiplayer matches and allow you to slow down in a mechanical sense without reducing the speed of the game itself, or your rate of point generation. All this is to say, both of these franchises introduced mechanics that keep you moving, but in very different genres and perspectives. And it was a change for the better. I can't say that there's very many games that feel as good to move around in as Titanfall. Thanks for watching.